How do you feel about other religions?
Like, what you mean as far as like other religions? Like,
Um,
how do I feel like if it's right or wrong?
yeah, I guess I'm asking, yeah.
So, I
Or
mean,
just your opinion on other religions compared to Christianity.
see, and that's another thing for me is like, I believe, so, all right, let's start this way. So, Christianity, I'm not necessarily going to say I'm a Christian because the way that religion is portrayed today isn't the way that it was portrayed years ago. So like a lot of people look at Christianity and for me, I look at it as like a church. So like when people say they're Christians, they go by this certain code and all this stuff. Like I don't really necessarily say I have a specific religion. I know for me personally, I have a relationship with God. That's what I want to focus on is my relationship with God. I don't want to focus on religions because that puts rules and titles and stuff. So like God knows what's right, God knows what's wrong. He's going to tell you what's right or wrong in the Bible. So the things that are right and wrong in the Bible, as far as like Old Testament and New Testament goes, like in the Old Testament, it talks about you can't have tattoos, you can't pierce your body up and stuff like that. But when Jesus died on the cross, he fulfilled the law. So those things that are going on in the Old Testament to the New Testament, the Old Testament is the coming of Christ, the New Testament is the resurrection of Christ. So in the Old Testament, all these laws and stuff that people try to go by or try to use to contradict the Bible, that law is fulfilled already, if that makes sense. So they're using contradictories that don't even make sense. But on top of that, like religion for others, like other religions, as far as like Muslims or anything like that, I think there's a right way to live through all of them. And that's really the basic fundamental of it. But as far as there being other gods and stuff like that, I believe in there's one God, Jesus Christ. He's the one only God, the Holy Trinity, the one God. But as far as like any other gods and stuff, I don't believe in. But I do respect the way that it helps people live a better life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, yes, people have different gods, but there is only one God, the true God, and that's Jesus Christ. That's the truth, the way. But I don't, I don't down any other religion. You know, everybody, like I said, is everybody's first life. We all live in this first life. All it takes is just getting the knowledge from the right person, and that's what I was telling you about spreading the word, spreading the right word and the positivity, man. If you're spreading it out there, the right information for you, bro, you could change somebody's life. You
Yeah,
could really change somebody's life.
yeah. And I heard you, talk about your wife and your son earlier. You know what I'm saying? What morals, mainly with your kid, what morals would you love to instill in him as he continues to get older and grow?
Man, to put God first and to really just be the best person that he can be. Like for me, like I have a lot of people that you see on TV, people that had traumatic childhoods and stuff like that. They're bad people. Some of them go through these like phases. Oh, well, I had a bad childhood. For me, bro, I don't look at it like that. Everybody turns out the way that they want to turn out because at the end of the day, my childhood was hell, bro. Like it wasn't complete hell, but it was a very weird childhood, bro. I've lived a very crazy and weird life, bro, and it's instilled me to be a better person and to give my son a different life that I never had. You know what I mean? Like I just want him to be. I don't care if he's a millionaire. I don't care if he works at a gas station. That don't matter to me, bro. If he's got a relationship with Christ, bro, and he's a good person and he's spreading positivity and he's just being the best person that he can be every day that he wakes up, that's really all that's gonna matter to me, bro. And when I was younger, and whenever I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a boy, of course you're like, oh, I'm gonna put him in sports, I'm gonna get him. He's gonna be a D1 athlete. He's going
Yeah,
to the NBA. He's doing. I mean, yeah, all that stuff's great, bro. But really, my main focus since the last 2 years, since my relationship with God and stuff has grown, is I just want him to be the best person that he can be and have the right information given to him because, like, the information and shit that we've been fed our whole life isn't true. So, like, public schools for me is a big no-no, bro. Like, I've done my research and it is not good, bro.
so what would you do? Would you homeschool them or would you private school them?
I'd homeschool more than
Homeschool.
anything. Yeah, because like bro, like I said, bro, money's not everything. I'd rather be with my family 24/7 than be out there making millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's time something you're never gonna get back, bro. You've got your whole life to work. So like for me, I would homeschool just because I want to know the information that he's being fed. And also, it's like these kids and stuff, man. You don't know what they're seeing on that phone. You don't know what they're seeing. You send your kid off to private school or to public school in second, third grade, and these kids got phones, and
You don't know what their home life
you
like
don't
either.
you don't know what they're telling my son that's feeding him and getting shit into his head and giving him different ideas of different stuff. It's just like there's a lot of negative information in the world that he can be fed to at a certain age. That me personally, I just want to be able to give the best to him, bro. I want him to have the best life that he can possibly live without all the garbage that's being fed. Because there's a lot of stuff like with public schools that are just BS, bro.
Yeah.
It is really bad. Tell me the last time you've used any math equation you've ever used in math in high school. Tell me why you got to sit in front of it, sit behind a desk for 8 hours a day, can't go outside. Tell me why you got to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. Tell me why. Bro, we live in a society where if you need to use the bathroom, you go use the bathroom. Since when you got to raise your hand to go use the bathroom?
I agree. Certain subjects and stuff, I felt like they just weren't necessary. I could tell you my biggest problem with me when I went to college. I was kind of upset my freshman year of college because in school, you already did 12 years of history, math, English. So I was thinking, oh, college is just going to be whatever my major is. I'm just going to lock in and focus on my major because I majored in psychology, which I fell in love with. I love psychology and just like sociology as well, just learning the behavior of people, learning how the mind works, the brain works, different things like that. I love that. So I was like, okay, when I get to college, that's all I'm gonna be learning about, psychology. Like, so I'm locked in. Man, when I got to colleges, we
doing everything but that.
Bro, we had to take the core classes, bro. So it's like it's high school again. Then I think either your junior year or your senior year is when you actually only focus on your major. And bro, I was so like disappointed in that. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
bro, it's all so man, it's all about getting you, like, it's so repetitive, bro. They like, why do we have bells to go to class? Why do we have bells to go to lunch? Like, that stuff that's not humane shit that you teach people. If I'm homeschooling, bro, you only need like 2 hours of school a day, 2 or 3 hours. Other than that, bro, you're getting fed all this information that's going in one ear out the other. Half the stuff that they taught you in class, you would not remember besides one little portion of it. That's too much information being fed to these kids, man. They're kids, like these 4th graders and these 5th graders. They're youngins, bro. They need to go outside. They need to explore the world. They need to run around. They need to play. They need to learn hand-eye coordination. They need to learn all these things that's going to be better for them as a person as they grow. Like, yes, I believe like you should know like basic math, basic English and stuff like that. And that can that can be taught. But bro, there's no reason like I should know how to do the square root of 5 or like any like the crazy math questions that what's the square root of X if A, B, C equals D? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Unless you want to be like, I guess, an engineer or whatever.
But why are you teaching me how to be an engineer if you're not even teaching me how to use my money? You're not even teaching me financial. You're not teaching me how to use my credit. Bro, when I turned 18 and I moved out and I was on my own, bro, dude, I was so lost, bro. I didn't know how to work my credit. I didn't know how to financially save my money great because, I've never had anybody in my life, teach me, hey, this is what you need to do with your money. They need to be teaching these fundamentally things that you need to be an adult.
To survive,
Literally to survive, bro. Because like when I made dumb decisions when I got my credit, bro. When I got it 18 and I started working and I got my money and I was making money, I wanted cars, bro. I've loved cars my whole life, bro. That's literally all I've done is rebuild Mustangs since I was, a kid. That's what I wanted to do. So I went and bought me a 2010 SS 6-speed, went and bought me a 2017 GT, went and bought a 2007 R1 motorcycle, was out there just splurging. But bro, that shit comes back, bro. Fuck my shit up. But I mean, like, it's just like I never had those things instilled in me that should have been instilled. So really just like to answer your question, what morals I want my son to have, I just want to have him to have the knowledge instilled that I didn't have to be an adult if I was not around. I want to teach him how to be a man to take care of people if I'm not around. You know what I mean? He's going to have a big responsibility one day in life. He's going to be a husband. He's going to be a father. He's going to be, even if you're working somewhere, just discipline, man. Just discipline and just the love for Christ and just positivity, man. It's really, I can't stress positivity enough.
Yeah.
Can't stress it enough, bro, because it matters. Because if I was to come in here all down in the dumps, all drained, y'all going to get drained, right? Y'all can come in here, oh, this man right here, lame as hell. He like all negative and shit. I come in here with high energy. Y'all like, oh, this man's he got some high ass energy. It changes the mood, bro. The way that you interact with people changes the way it makes other people feel.
Yeah.
So just, man, you don't never know who you're talking to, bro. You could be talking to somebody that's rich right here and you wouldn't even know, especially in the type of work that we do. You just don't never know who you're talking to, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody could change your life with one word.